Have you ever noticed how hard it is become for a woman to answer simple questions like, what do you want to do? Where do you want to eat? What sounds fun? Yeah, I was just at my college alumni weekend for our 35-year reunion. And there we were, five of us staying together at an Airbnb all weekend. And honestly, we had the best time catching up. But something really stood out. Every time we tried to make plans, our group chat before coming especially sounded exactly the same. I don't know. What do you think? I'm fine with whatever. Do you have any idea? No, not really. And then finally, one of my friends said, you know what? Going to the Teeny Martini Bar is on my bucket list. Can we do that Saturday night? We had a plan. I'm Michelle, and I help midlife women who feel emotionally exhausted, overwhelmed, or unlike themselves start finding small, gentle ways to feel more like themselves again. And in this video, I want to talk about how, as women, we slowly stop listening to ourselves over time because I honestly think this happens much more quietly than most of us realize. And it's not through like huge things that happen or cause it through years of automatically accommodating everyone else first. So that moment with my friend, it really stayed with me after I came home because it made me realize how many women have gotten so used to being flexible, accommodating, easygoing, so much so that we barely even practice our own preference anymore. We automatically say, whatever's easiest, I don't care. That's fine. Whatever works for everyone else. And after a while, you stop checking in with yourself altogether. What do I want? What sounds good to me? What would actually feel supportive or fun for me right now? So many women slowly stop hearing themselves this way. And not because they don't matter, but because they've spent years making sure everyone else matters first. This is one of the reasons so many women eventually stop trusting themselves too, because self-trust doesn't usually disappear all at once either. It erodes away quiet in tiny moments where we're overriding yourself. You're overriding what you want over and over again, and you dismiss your exhaustion, and you talk yourself out of feeling, and you automatically defer your preference, and you convince yourself everybody else's needs matter more. Eventually, your own inner voice gets quieter and quieter, mostly because you stopped including yourself in the conversation. Rebuilding self trust doesn't start with huge changes. It starts smaller than that. When you have spent years disconnected from your own inner voice, it can feel hard to even know what you need anymore. That's one of the reasons I created my self care journaling blueprint because sometimes before women can make big changes, they first need a gentle place to slow down and just start hearing themselves again. And the blueprint was designed to help you do just that in small, supportive ways without pressure or overwhelm. I'll leave it linked below for you. And this is actually kept thinking about after that trip because I got home this week. I said to my husband, you know what? This Saturday, I want to go paddle. And it's so simple because it is simple. But for me to make that decision isn't always that simple. This is where so many women begin reconnecting with themselves, not through reinventing their entire lives, but through tiny moments where you start listening to yourself again. Claim your space. Maybe it's choosing the restaurant. Maybe it's admitting what sounds fun. Maybe it's saying no before you say yes, or saying yes to new things. Maybe it's noticing what you need before dismissing it. Those little moments matter because every time you stop overriding yourself, you slowly start rebuilding trust with yourself again. And once you start listening to yourself again in small ways, you also begin realizing how much your nervous system, your energy, your emotional well being, they need support too. So if you've been feeling disconnected from yourself lately, I really want you to know you do not have to become a completely different person to feel better again. You don't have to disappear from yourself in order to care for the other people in your world. And maybe rebuilding self trust starts much smaller than you think. It can start with one honest answer, one preference, one decision, just one small moment where you finally stop saying, whatever is fine, and start listening to yourself again instead. If this conversation resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. What is one decision that you're going to make this week that you usually answer, whatever is fine? Pick an answer, put it in the comment. And if you'd like more conversations like this, don't forget to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video in this series. And if you're wanting a gentle place to start hearing yourself again, you can find my self-care journaling blueprint linked below. And remember, you belong on your own list again. Return to yourself one stride at a time, and I'll see you next week.